In module 93, we will discuss evidences for teacher standards. In this module, we will discuss what are those factors, indicators which are taken or considered as the evidences that the teacher is or should be possessing. Uh, the teacher standard is the basic yardstick to make him professional teachers. Really, one is professional teacher, or he is not professional teacher. There is a questions. If you ask the questions, who's a professional teacher? Then how can you judge that really one is a professional teacher? For understanding this concept, you should know what are those skills, competencies, and what is the list of those things on the basis you can assess that teacher A has this knowledge, this competency, this skills, this attitude, this performance, etc. So on those standards, one can be assessed, and those standards, competencies, and skills are to be developed into the teacher through the professional training, professional development programs, and those are expected from the teachers to practice in the field, and the teachers are assessed through this one. And these standards are needed to be cultivated, improved by the teachers on his own self, and to be provided and managed by the institutions and the organizations and the country or the state, etc. Those are set high expectation with inspire, motivation, and the challenge of the people. Teachers should set high expectations which motivate the students and which make the challenge to the pupils or the students. Uh, so this is one of the standards. Either whether the teacher is possessing the high standards, teacher should give the target to the students and create the situation, facilitate the situations, motivate the students so that they try their level best to meet those standards. Promote good progress and outcome by the pupils, by the students. He should promote the good progress in the class. He could create a conducive environment in the class, and he could have very scientifically designed, verifiable outcomes, and the list of the outcomes that they really, after this discussion, after this course, after this lecture, or after this chapter, or after this lesson, the students will be able to do this one, that one, so that the students should come at par in the real terms. Demonstrate good subject and curriculum knowledge. If the teacher doesn't have good knowledge of this subject and the curriculum, then he can't become or considered as the professional teacher. This is a very big challenge and the issue in our education system, that the teacher is considered himself or herself to be the good subject experts on the basis of the textbook. But in the public schools, public means government schools, the teachers are not provided or the facilitate or is not demanded to. He should also have simultaneously the grip over the curriculum and link the curriculum with the everyday or the regular practices in the class, and the link and how to utilize and how to implement the textbook or the subject in the class on the basis of the curriculum. So therefore this is one of the anomalies, but the basic characteristic here, the teacher should demonstrate the good subject knowledge as well as the curriculum knowledge. Plan and teach well structured lesson. If the teacher is not good in planning the lesson and preparing the good lesson plans, then the result or the implementation of the teaching, learning, practice in a single class or in a single lecture would not be as fruitful if has been done through the proper lesson planning. Adapt teaching to respond to the strength and the needs of all the students. Teacher should focus on all the students, having from the including the lower standard students to the higher level of the intellect. That is the diversification. So he should adapt a teaching so that he should he should address the diversified issues of the classroom. Make accurate and productive use of assessment. He should know the basic skills of the assessment. He should uh, he should apply those assessment skills in the true spirit, and he then should use the results on the basis of the assessment in the class. For example, if the student is considered as the poor, really it's the poor, and really the assessment test has properly assessed, and what kind of the aspects of the learning or the student's personality as an individual or poor, that should be addressed in the assessment tools, and the teacher should use those results for the positive behavioring of the students. Manage behavior effectively to ensure a good and safe learning environment. Teacher should know how to manage the learning environment, how to manage the behavior, how to bring the positive change in the behavior in the classroom of his students. Fulfill wider professional responsibility. There's a long list of the professional responsibility of the teachers. He should be fulfilling all the professional responsibility, all those skills, all those knowledges, all those values, all those performance aspects be implied by the teachers equally at a time. Personal and professional conducts. It's not only the professional conduct. The teacher is well qualified, highly qualified, and he delivers good in the class, he manages good way in the class, but his personal attributes and personality has also equal impact on the learning of the students and the personality of the students. Therefore, his personal and the professional conduct matters, and which is needed to be equally managed. And in this way, we can say that there are long list of the requirement of the professional requirement of the teachers, and as a standards that to be followed by the teachers. This point of the standard number one or two or A or B or C or so and so, that should be reflected, should be practices by the teachers, and that become the resultant in a way of the motivation, in a more way of the learning of the student.